Customers first, a guiding star. Commitment leads us near and far. We believe together, stronger than one. Trust and equity, the work gets done. We lift as we climb, embrace the test. Because teamwork builds the very best. Creativity sparks what we achieve, and with success we give and receive. Together we thrive, together we grow. I for C's, two T's, the heart we show. We believe together, stronger than one. Trust and equity, the work gets done. We lift as we climb, embrace the test. Because teamwork builds the very best. We believe together, stronger than one. In trust and equity, the work gets done. We lift as we climb, embrace the test. Because teamwork builds the very best. Teamwork builds the very best. Creativity sparks what we achieve, and with success we give and receive. Together we thrive, together we grow. The I for C's, two T's, the heart we show. Yes, the I for C's, two T's, the heart we show.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. This is Hugs, our May Hugs, following up on our Red Day all across the country. So we're few in number, but we're going to do a great recording today and talk to you a little bit about gratitude and Red Day and hugs all wrapped into one. I have with me Barbara, Justin, and Lisa, and we're just going to do a little chatting about those subjects. The song that you just heard comes from, the name of it is The Heart We Show. It was inspired by a simple car ride with some fellow KW agents, all of which you see on this call. And what came out of it was a reminder that what we lead with our heart matters. It's rooted in Keller Williams' belief system. Let's say that together. The
I4C,
two
T's. C.
Memorize that. And today I'd like to take a moment to reflect something many of us experienced across market centers yesterday. That was Red Day, and connect it back to grace, because that day wasn't just about service. It was a reminder that community provides hope, inspires, and promotes progress. It brought me back to, gratitude. That's what we're talking about today. Also, not just as feeling, but as a practice, because gratitude shows up in different ways. When things go right, it's easy. See, I'm going to read what Brian Tracy said. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you. And in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. And when things fall apart, that's where it becomes transformational. So I'd love to open it up in just a second. Our plan was to have another guest speaker today that you might have seen online, but we did exactly what Brian is saying, is we're doing a pivot to knowing that our guest speaker for today had something come up and things come up, and we show grace and gratitude for her, who will be coming to us hopefully next month. So Louise, we look forward to having you next month. And today it was perfect just to talk more about Red Day. So to open it up, I'm going to ask Lisa, would you tell us about the KW East Boca Red Day?
Well, hi, everybody. And special shout out to Sabrina. I see you there. Um, what stood out to me most wasn't just a day of service, to be honest. It was a reminder that community provides hope, inspires, and creates impact for everyone involved, not just for those that we serve. In this case, it was the seniors from the bowling center, but for us as we show up. And that brings it back to gratitude because, Kim, like you shared, gratitude shows up in different ways. When things go right, I think it's actually easy. When things shift, it takes intention. And when things fall apart, that's really where it becomes transformational. And I'll be honest, not every day feels like a win. Some days it's a win not just to get up, but some days are tough from a mental standpoint. Some days requires us, I would think, to pause and choose again. But that's where I'm learning in real time, and I'm really learning in real time. Gratitude is the win. I get to choose every single day, and even when it's quiet moments, even when it looks like simply showing up, because sometimes the win isn't loud. It's the moment I get to pause. I still find something to be grateful for. And that's where the shift happens because it starts with belief. And when you choose gratitude, you begin to see what's possible. Um, just this morning on the James Shaw Pivot Show, Pivot Mastermind call, as the quote that you indicated, Kim, it was really interesting because it's the forward of a book of the MREA. And it says you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude towards what happens to you. And in that, you're either mastering change or allowing it to master you. And that's exactly what I saw at the Volin Center. I saw fellow agents and seniors choosing right where they are, choosing gratitude, choosing connection, choosing presence, and choosing joy. Gratitude isn't just for good moments. It lives in the real ones. One of the seniors, actually, we were dancing and she gave me this wristband and says, Jesus loves you.
Oh,
It really is just that when you lean into your people, that's where gratitude, and I think that's where the transformation comes. In our market center, we exceeded our goal. We donated 10,500 in cash, and then I would approximate about another $5,000 in kind by Kyle, that's Kyle Plumbing. So, what can I guess I would leave to everybody on this call and listening. I say, what can I do today? Because tomorrow can look really different. What's one step you can take today to deepen your gratitude? That's what I got.
thank you, Lisa. That was really, and we want to thank you for all that you did to put our community event together and to support us during that time. One of the things that the CEO said when she received the gift from our market center, the monetary gift, not just the gift of everybody showing up, she said, every person here is smiling. Every person here is showing the joy of giving, the gratitude for being part of that event yesterday. And she was right. What a great group of agents serving together and how good it feels to give back to a community of people. So I was really blessed to be part of that. And Lisa, thank you for your leadership. You were amazing.
And Richard Hernandez was a big part of that too.
And Richard, thank you for, and always the leadership team, Justin, Naomi, John, Andrew, and Ramona. We just, did I say Justin? Yes, Justin.
And Barbara Munez.
And Barbara, thank you for all that you did. And do you have a comment from Red Day, Barbara?
Oh, I just love seeing the smiles on the ladies and the men. There were men there too doing flowers. And their excitement to, I want this flower and I want this one and and I mean it was great.
Let me interrupt while you continue. Let me interrupt and say we did a flower event where we allowed the seniors at the May Bolin Center to make flower arrangements for themselves. So go ahead. Barbara. I love hearing about the flower event.
And it was just and Kim, it was great to partner up with you and get this, accomplish this. We had to go get the flowers and all that stuff, but it was all worth it. And Ramona also helped with all the cutting, and it all came together. At the end, people came up and they helped clean. It was just a great event, and it was wonderful seeing all the tables full of the flowers. It was really, really rewarding to see that. Made me very happy.
Flowers make us happy, don't they? And they make everybody happy. So it was a nice segment of the whole day. They did a lot of work out in the yard. We had a landscape man who took care of the landscaping, and God bless Mark Coward for pressure washing until he couldn't pressure wash anymore. And everybody just gave so much, not just monetarily, but physically and with a smile the whole time. And at the end of the day, we danced. And Justin, would you like to add anything from the day?
Gratitude, right? So gratitude that we shared for the members and that the members and staff shared for us. I think John, Naomi, and I were in the classroom right before we headed out, and April, another staff member, was sitting on the far end of the room. And April just, I can tell that she was holding back tears and sharing with us how the residents will be talking about the members will be talking about this for the next several months, right? So for me, it's thinking about the joy that we brought to them in just a few hours of work, which I shared with Lisa earlier, that if we could do this every day, we probably would.
Yeah, the teamwork, right? The
Yes.
teamwork that what we can accomplish. I think that's one of the letters in the Y4C2. Yeah, T is team. So, and we also have with us Sabrina. Are you with us? Sabrina? Yeah, Sabrina, take yourself off mute. Hugs does a lot of things.
All right.
And I asked Sabrina to share, just a sentiment today about Hugs. Go ahead, Sabrina, and about Red Day.
Well, I just want to thank everyone who's part of the Hugs group, and just everyone in general who said a special prayer for my dad while he had his surgery and while recovering from that. We greatly appreciate it. And also, Renee stopped by with a care package, and that was so wonderful. It meant a lot to me and my family, especially my dad. So Renee was over and she got to meet my parents, and she spent some time here. So it was really nice. So I just want to thank everyone.
And this is, thank
And
you, Sabrina. This is gratitude moving forward. And let me
yes, and
ask you, you were part of the team yesterday, right, at Red Day?
yes, it's my first Red Day event, and I can't tell you how amazing it was just to see everyone come together. And it was something just so fulfilling for me, just being there and just being able to give back. And there was actually someone there, interesting story, but there was someone there who reminded me so much of my grandmother who passed when I was 16 years old. So she was the lady on the dance floor. She was so full of life. And she reminded me of my grandma, just everything about her, including how she looks. So I was able to talk to her, and we had a nice conversation, and I took a picture of her. So I thought it was really nice, and she just shared a few things with me. But overall, this is definitely something I'm looking forward to doing again, because it brought a lot of just gratitude.
It's a great word, isn't it?
Yeah,
It brought,
absolutely.
did it bring a shift in your perspective about the elderly? One of the reasons that Blooming Smiles exists is to remember the forgotten, because many times as people are in facility, get older, we get so busy in our lives that we forget the elderly. You mentioned your grandmother, and this, we can't even imagine how much it means to people when we take that time to come and visit them. So
Mm.
really cool that you got to connect with a
Yeah.
woman who reminded you of your grandmother.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing, Sabrina. Is there anybody else online? I see a few people were able to join us. Anybody else that had a really amazing experience? I see you're here, Richard. Would you like to share from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, every year, as I tell everybody, it's my favorite day. And I think, Justin said it earlier, if we could do this every day, we would, or at least I would. Just love it. And I loved yesterday. It was, it's the works of the plan coming together, everybody chipping in and doing their part. And there's no better feeling than putting smiles on everyone's face in there and getting just the warm feeling that we all received just for being there and being part of Red Day. So I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can't say enough about Red Day. I'm glad Sabrina, being her first time was there, was able to see the gratitude, what we do for people, how we treat, others with nothing in return. And as our office always pushes, you always come from contribution. And I think this was just another amazing example of it. So I love it. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't talk at the end. I'm really not good with talking on microphones in front of people, but I'll definitely work on that because I wanted to share that with a lot of people. It's just tough for me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sad because you know what? We're going to push it out right here today. This is going to be recorded. It's being recorded and we're going to share it with the world. So don't worry because we want everybody to know what an amazing office we have here in KW East Boca. Starting from the top, Andrew and Ramona, and then John Barber, who is here on the line today. And I know he's never at loss for words. So John, could you just tell us from a leadership perspective, along with Justin, how you saw the day?
Well, as Justin shared, we as a team at Maple Center yesterday, kind of reflecting briefly, were so encouraged by our agent leadership for Lisa and Richard making it happen. It's a time when we as leaders are there submitting to our agent leadership because you all planned it and had everything scheduled and we were executing your plan. And what a joy. The second thing was the generosity, not only of agents' time, but also finances. And, we got there with a check, initially with a check of $8,600. And by the time we were making the check, it was $10,500. So, we had some late submissions with one of our preferred partners made a generous contribution, another agent. So it was just great to see the generosity of our people and then the joy that we had by giving, but also the joy we saw on the clients' faces that were there. Kevin Case did a great job, a former agent volunteering his time, and boy, does he know how to read a room and create.
Kevin is the DJ. Go ahead.
The DJ, yes. And he did a great job. So from our perspective, it was a win-win-win on multiple levels. And just to be part of that and to see our agents thrive in that way was beautiful. So appreciate all of you being there and for pouring your hearts out to those in the community.
Yes. And we concur with all of what you said, John. And we want to just shout out to all the offices all over the United States that took yesterday to stop their business and to reach out to their communities. It's a great KW Red Day was created by Mo Anderson at the KW corporate level, and it has been her heart that we continue to do year after year. So shout out to all of you. Love for you to share on our Facebook page, our Hugs Facebook page, your Red Day experiences so that we can just hear from you. We have a couple other newbies. Patricia, this was your first Red Day. So what did you, how did it change your perspective, and what did you feel being a part of this event?
Hi, Kim. Thank you. It it really blew my mind. I mean, the energy there, the people there, you saw genuinely how happy everybody was. And I think for our office to come together, and bring joy and, just build, kind of be a part of building their future, it was really special. And I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you, Patricia, for
Thank
sharing.
you.
It was a great event, and I once again just want to thank you all for being there, for being here. The third Friday of every month at 12 o'clock on Zoom, because this is an extension of our culture here at Hugs, Hope, Understanding, Grace, and Service. We just try to carry this Red Day excitement all through the year. And so we appreciate you being here. Be sure to like us on Hugs Facebook group. We have a YouTube channel. And we'd love to hear your stories. I don't always want it to be my story or Lisa's story. I'd love to hear your stories. And thank you, Barbara Muniz. She's been sharing a few of her stories. And every month we have something special here. And so I appreciate you joining us and coming back and just being excited in your life about gratitude. And sometimes a little grace goes a long ways. So see you next month. You can reach out to me if you would like a hugger t-shirt like I'm wearing, or a hugger blanket that you can give to somebody that might be going through a difficult time. Just send me a DM or a message at hugs@kw.com. Really easy to remember, hugs@kw.com. So let's all just say goodbye. And thank you for taking the time to be here. I know our lives are busy, especially after taking a whole day. So we'll see you in the office, and God bless you.
God bless
Thank you,
everybody.
Thanks,
Pam.
Good
Kim.
to see you, Nancy.
God
Miss
Have
bless
a
you.
great
you
day.
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
Have a great day.
So.
Thank you, Sabrina.